I'm thinking I need to change that music. Don't you think so? It's the one that actually comes with this software, with this application. But I'm thinking I'm going to create something in the next few weeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this weekly global heart stream. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonsalves, and I want to welcome you. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good day, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Hello, Wanda. Hello, Mary Rinaldi. Hello, Irish. Hello, Roger. Hello, Lila. Hello, Three Devil Women. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Cindy. Oh my goodness, there was somebody hanging out here at 3 a.m. That's Archangel time. Hello, Martha. Hello, Ellen. She says, hello, souls. Hi, Jennifer. Lovely to see your names and your little icons here. How are you? How's your week going so far? Can you type in one word to describe how you're feeling about your week so far? If I had to type a word down, I would say incredibly grateful. I just got some really wonderful news a little while ago that fortunately I don't want to share at this moment. But really wonderful news that, offers me a sense of validation of the importance of this kind of spiritual work that we do at the level of the energy, the vibration, and the intention of the heart. Whenever we put not only our minds, but also our hearts, the energy of our hearts into something. And then that begins to become a manifestation, and we begin to see the fruits of that. Hopeful, says Ellen. Great. Mary says excited. Wonderful. All right. So if you recall, we began already 5 weeks ago this exploration in healing the 7 chakras using the power of our hearts. So today we're going to continue. We're now going to be moving into the solar plexus, the center, the little sun in our bellies. And we're going to be bringing some healing. And just like we did during the previous 2 chakras, we're going to be working today with the physical, mental aspect of that. And then next week, we'll dive deeper into the emotional, spiritual aspect of it. There's some more words coming in now. Cindy says she feels very blessed. Leila says, feeling good. Feeling good today. Ancestors Mama says, hi, everyone. Hi, Ancestor Mama. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, those of you who are joining us right now. All right, before we dive into today's topic, let's move through a series of quick announcements. All right. This coming weekend, I'll be facilitating the next... no, wrong one. Where did it go? I think I moved these around. Oh, no, I didn't. This was actually the first one. Okay. All right. I just had a different idea in my mind, and then this is what was in the program. All right. Just this week, on Monday, we launched the Heart Mastery Circle over at the Heart Leader Academy. Those of you who are here or were watching this from inside the Academy, and then those of you who have never even heard of the Academy, this is my online learning portal for people who want to master the 9 skills of heart leadership. And so we just opened a new membership program for people who are ready to take the next step and want to learn the foundations by participating in a 7-week course that I'm facilitating called Foundations of Heart-Centered Living, where I cover all the principles, the practices, and the pillars of implementation on what does it actually mean to live from the heart, and then how do you apply that to your life. The membership also includes weekly learning circles facilitating by different graduates of the Heart Leader Training Program, as well as monthly master classes. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about this, please go to heartmasterycircle.com. You'll be redirected to a page within my website where you can learn more or sign up if that feels right to you. All right, this coming weekend, be facilitating the next installment of the Opening the Heart Weekend Seminar. Okay, this is an invitation for anybody who wants to heal their hearts and open up to receiving greater love, giving love, and receiving love. Okay, we're going to be working primarily with some subtle energy techniques and tools, including heart tapping, to help you dissolve the wall around your heart. We do this over a period of 3 sessions, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. Also, for those of you interested in participating in a longer training, enrollment is now open, or registration rather is now open for my 2 signature training programs, the Heart Warrior Training Program. The next cohort starts on October 12th, and then the Heart Leader Training Program, which is the 9-month program that is also a certificate training in heart intelligence coaching, starts on October 14th. All right, we're still ways out there. We'll be actually starting about a week, almost 10 days after we get back from the Camino. In case you may not be aware of, because you haven't been here, I'm walking the Camino with a small group of people this year. It's been a dream of mine ever since the very first time I walked the Camino. When I remember at the end of the Camino, it was such an incredibly rewarding experience that I vowed to myself, okay, I want to bring people to experience what I've just experienced over the past few days. So again, more information about these training programs over at my website, GabrielGonsalves.com. All right, so let's dive in. Solar plexus, plexus solar. Hello, Tony. Hello, Elena. Hello, Angelia. Hello, Amanda. Amanda says her word is appreciated. Okay, wonderful. Oh my goodness, Santa Barbara. Tony is in Santa Barbara. It's one of my favorite places in the U.S. When I lived in LA, I used to sneak away on weekends and go to Santa Barbara. It's one of the most beautiful towns in Southern California. All right, speaking of sunny California, let's bring the attention now to the solar plexus. What is the solar plexus? Well, as a way to introduce you to how the solar plexus communicates and how it manifests in your life as an energetic center, I want to share with you a quote that I read in Brenda Davies' book. Okay, you recall that I've been drawing a lot of inspiration from this book by Brenda Davies called The 7 Healing Chakras. And so this is a quote that I found in her book that she uses also to define the how the solar plexus communicates. So as I read you the quote, I want to invite you not just to listen to the quote, but to also to feel it and maybe even join me in speaking it out. It says, I dedicate my life to the power within me. Through dedication, I unfold naturally to the highest potential for my being. This is my day. I control each and everything that comes to me. I accept complete responsibility for my life. I am power. So be it. As you read this phrase, feel into this phrase. Give yourself permission to sit upright and to feel again the energy in your belly. Take a moment to breathe into the stomach. Breathe through the heart, but then down into the stomach. And there, feel it. This is my day. I control each and everything that comes to me. I accept complete responsibility for my life. I am power. So be it. Now, notice how the energy already shifted just by bringing that awareness to this energy center. Notice that my voice became even deeper and more grave and lower. And it became also slower, filled with even greater power. Well, when you notice that your voice drops down, when you notice that suddenly there's something holding you anchored in your body and you feel present, you feel strong with a deep sense of, I know who I am. I know the power that lives within me. That is when you are at that moment fully owning this energetic center. Your solar plexus is your center of power. It's your center of will. And it's also your center of prosperity. Think of it as whenever you felt that you have like this fire in your belly and you feel this desire to want to take action and do something, and nothing and no one can really stop you. That means you're now at that moment, you're operating from this center. It is your center of power. And it's also, as I said earlier, it's a center that ultimately allows you to manifest your destiny. It's your manifestation center. You know, I often talk about how we have these 4 manifestation powers. We have the power of our creative imagination to connect with the essence, right? The power of our creativity. We also have the power of the spoken word. Obviously, that is a function of our throat chakras, the ability to speak. In fact, the word abracadabra comes from the Sanskrit abracadabra, which means I create by the power of my words. We create by the power of our words. We create by the power of our imagination, creative imagination. We also create by the power of our feelings. Right? That's where the heart then comes in. The part of us that generates the largest electromagnetic field. And then, if you have a wonderful idea, if you speak that idea, I'm going to do this. And then you bring your passion, your energy, your emotion into it. But then there's no action. There's no willingness to take action. Then what happens? Nothing gets done. So it is at the level of the solar plexus then where these wonderful ideas that you speak, that you connect and tune into, that you infuse with your passion, with your love, it is at this center where they become a reality. So if you've had this sense of feeling powerless or like a victim of life, a sense of like something or someone else is in control over your destiny, it means that you haven't really fully owned the power of this energy center within you. And so today's guided meditation will help you strengthen your connection with that power, this energy center, this part of yourself that says, I am power. I accept complete responsibility for my life. I choose my direction. I choose who I want to be. I choose my life's direction. All right. That's how the solar plexus communicates. And then obviously it is the center of prosperity, of and abundance as well, because it is through ultimately our willingness to follow the path of abundance, out of which then abundance is fully realized or even welcomed. Okay. Stepping into this energy center requires us to take action. to now choose the core. So where the first two chakras that we've been exploring up until now, the root chakra, it's all about your foundation, right? Sense of belonging to the earth, sense of being grounded. And then the sacral chakra, it's more of a sense of understanding who you are and the development of your personality. Moving into this chakra it's in essence embracing and being proud of your individuality, proud to be who you are, not from a negative, sense of pride, but if just a sense of honoring who you are, honoring the power, honoring your own energy, basically owning and honoring your own uniqueness. And not only that, but also being able to honor that in other people. It's one of the qualities of somebody who has a very healthy solar plexus. You own and you honor your power, and then you also allow other people to own their own power without feeling threatened by their power. And that's because you know who you are. You know exactly who you are. Now, what happens when this chakra is not in balance? Okay, we don't have a healthy balance. Well, one of the things that happens is you feel powerless, and you feel as a victim of life. You feel like you're a victim of your circumstances, and you feel like there's nothing you can do to change them. Okay, so you feel powerless. Now, when it's also out of balance, which in other words, you own that power, but you become carried away by the power, then the tendency is to use that power to basically override somebody else's will or abuse somebody else. So many of us have been hurt or wounded by people who had an imbalanced solar plexus, and they use their power to inflict punishment, pain on us, etc. Okay, so many of us have actually closed down that solar center, that center of power, because we have experienced the abuse by a primary caretaker, mom or dad or an uncle or somebody in our infancy. And as a result of some kind of a trauma, we basically made the decision, okay, I will never be like them. And so as a result, what ended up happening was you disown your capacity to take power, okay, to embrace your own power. So what we want to do is we want to re-embrace that power. Okay, just because somebody else misused electricity, for example, to electrocute a person, doesn't mean that we cannot harness the power of electricity to power hospitals and to create wonderful things. Okay, so the center is also associated with energy such or emotions such as anger, hate, resentment, rage. Okay, and again, these energies contain a tremendous amount of power. So part of the path of somebody who is learning how to master their emotions, take control of their emotions, own their emotions, is also learning how to harness and redirect their anger instead of directing it towards a specific person and hurting somebody. You can reorient that energy of anger towards a particular project, towards a particular intention or something that you would like to create instead. Yes, emotions are ultimately energy. And again, this is the center that it basically is your center of power. I like to think of this center almost as the battery that accumulates all the power. As you know, your heart is the center or the generator of the majority of your electromagnetic energy. So your heart generates it, but it is stored in this gut area. Okay, is what allows you to then to take action and have courage, the courage to manifest your destiny, the courage to speak your truth, the courage to go after your dreams, your aspirations, the courage to just simply say, I'm going to do this, I am going to be this, and I don't care what anybody else says. Okay, I'm tired of giving my power away. Now, one of the things that comes with this chakra that I didn't know this when I started doing work around addictions, and I discovered that this chakra, it's when it's also out of balance. One of the symptoms is addictions. Many addictions that we have to food, sex, pornography, codependency, etc. And here's how it manifests. Well, if you recall me last week and the previous week when I was speaking about the sacral chakra, your sacral chakra is the chakra that is opening up to life and is basically saying yes to life, yes to the senses, yes to experiencing pleasure, yes to life. So it wants is the center of creativity, playfulness, joy, sensuality, sexuality, because it's constantly saying yes to life. But here, what happens? We can, as we develop and as we grow energetically, we can continually say yes to everything because we ultimately have a limited amount of energy, okay, in terms of the time we're going to be here on this planet and the energy that is going to be moving through us. And so the center of energy, this solar plexus, brings in a different message. It's the center of no, okay? It's the center of no. It's the center of energy that suddenly decides, no, I am not going to give this my energy. I'm not going to give this my energy. I'm not going to give this person my energy. I'm not going to give this thing my energy. And it starts to say no, 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 no. And then in saying no to all these other things, it focuses only on the things that by will you choose to be, to do, to have, and to create. And that is the power of this chakra. When you begin to say no, I will not, like a Scarlett O'Hara, I will never go hungry again. Well, that was her stepping into her power. Basically, it's just saying no more of this. Okay, it is from this center also where we can then establish very strong, healthy interpersonal boundaries. Okay, when a no spoken from the belly, and even sometimes with the anger or the fire of the belly, it really lands on another person, right? When somebody who may have been taking advantage of you, and you just keep kind of saying like, hey, don't do this, please, or you're afraid to actually to confront them because you're afraid to hurt their feelings, you're afraid they're not going to love you, they're not going to love you. But when suddenly this energy center opens up and says, no, this is not okay with me. I don't like it when you do this. At that moment, boom, it lands. It lands. Now, the last thing I want to say about this chakra is that for many of us who are empath, this is also the center through which we also receive other people's anger, okay? Because it's the center that is associated with these emotions. Then what oftentimes happens through the process of resonance, right? When other people express their anger, this is where we receive it. Okay, this is one of the reasons why many of us experience digestive problems, right? Whenever you get experiences very difficult negative emotions, it affects your entire digestion system. Okay, because it's closely associated with the pancreas, the stomach, the gut, everything that your digestion. And it normally, just as the word itself says, digestion, it means that something or someone is imposing something on you. And your body is struggling to digest it, to embrace it, to deal with it. Because at some level, you have not really been able to say, no, I will not eat this. I will not digest this. I will not embrace this. This is not what I want. This is not who I am. So it is your center of power then, because of its own capacity to make choices from a place of power. To say, I am the power to choose. And out of all the other things I've been saying, yes, 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 I choose to say no to the ones that are not in alignment with who I am and what I'm choosing for my life. And I'm only choosing to direct this energy for the purpose of manifesting the abundance that I want, the love, the intimacy, the connections, whatever it is that you're choosing for yourself. So it's your center of will, it's your center of manifestation for that reason, for that purpose. And it's also the center which is actually responsible for being in a long-term relationship. What do I mean by that? Well, if you recall last week when I was speaking about the sacral chakra being the center that opens up. So when you allow somebody to be into your space, right? When you fall in love, the sacral chakra opens, right? The throat chakra opens up, the heart chakra opens up. And so you want to express your love to the other person. You want to merge with them, right? But it is this solar center, this solar plexus energy that allows you to actually to move through the relationships ups and downs and to actually stay the course and to transcend all your insecurities that normally happen when you begin a new relationship with somebody, and actually make it through the sometimes what could be the challenging parts of a new relationship. So this is the part of you that allows you to stay the course, that continuously says no, I'm not going to give up. No, I'm not going to give up. No, I'm going to push through this challenge. No, I'm going to move through my fears. No, I'm going to move through my insecurities. No, I decided that this is what I want to create with this person. I decided this is the kind of relationship that I'm going to have. All right. And so is the part of you then, again, that where the power to manifest your destiny, your life purpose, to manifest the abundance, the long-term relationships, all the things that you want, where the true power resides. Isn't that wonderful? All right. We have a few people here. Veronica Camargo, welcome. Hello. Juana says, I feel powerless. Yes, I know. Well, hopefully in the next 30 minutes, you're going to be feeling more powerful. Juana says, I suffer from digestive problems. So a lot of our digestive problems, again, they're associated with this center. So I'm going to give you a couple of things you can do at the physical level, okay? At the physical level that will help with this center. And then we're going to dive straight right into our guided meditation. One of the things you can do to help heal and bring into greater balance this center, this sun inside of the belly, because this is the center that becomes primarily active during the ages 8 to about 10, 8, 9, 10 or so. A lot of the sense of feeling either powerful or powerless comes from our relationship to our primary caretakers, right? If they abuse their power, then we will feel powerless, and we will oftentimes avoid wanting to use our own power. Or if we were in the presence of parents who themselves felt very powerless and victims, all right, we may have picked that up from them as well. So remember, we are programmed. We learn more about how our parents are than what they actually say to us. And so what this requires then is that we initiate the healing journey with our parents. So here's the exercise that you can do. You're going to write a letter to your mom and dad. And in this letter, you are going to write down everything. This is not a letter you're going to send out in the mail and give to them. Okay, you're not going to give them this letter. You're writing this letter so that you can finally share and express everything that you've been holding inside of you. You're not going to let them off the hook. You're just going to write it all out without holding back. This may be somewhat emotional for some of you and quite difficult. But the whole idea is that you're going to put it all on a piece of paper. And then after you're done writing it down, you're going to then put it away for a few days. If you manage during that time to get to a place of forgiveness and letting it all go, then great. But if not, that's okay too. But the whole idea is that you want to maybe come back to it a couple days later and then look it over, read it one more time. And then if there's anything that you may have left out, then you're going to add it. Okay. And again, the whole idea is just to release and let go of all the things that you have been holding in your belly, in essence, and you have not shared. Okay. Every anger, all the resentment, all of that, put it in there in the paper. The paper can take it. And then you are going to burn it. Once you've had a look at it the second time around, you're going to burn it. You can do your own ritual, or you can dispose of it in any other way. You can bury it. Okay, but primarily I would say burn it. And then here's what you're going to do after this. After you burn it and release it, you're going to take a nice bath or a nice long shower. And as you take this nice long bath and shower, you're just simply going to say, I let it all go. It's in the past. I forgive myself. I forgive them. I survived it. I'm here. And remember our little affirmation phrase that we're speaking. I accept complete responsibility for my life. I am power. I am the power to let go of the past. I am the power to create a new future. And you're going to just allow the water to just wash over you and to finish cleansing anything else that you may have been holding on to energetically from mom and dad. Okay. And then obviously after you do this kind of work, be sure to drink lots of water. Stay very hydrated. Okay. Every time we're doing this kind of work, it's important that you always drink lots of water and also get lots of sleep. Okay. All right. So that's an exercise that you can do that will help you at the physical and at the mental level initiate this process. Now, let's go deeper. I invite you now to put your feet on the ground and allow me to guide you through a heart center process to energize this chakra and begin to bring a great sense of ownership of this center of energy and power within us so that we can balance it. And then as a result, become even more powerful manifestors so that we can be, do, and have all of what our hearts are truly longing for. As we do this process, I'd like to invite you to sit as upright as you can possibly sit. So that you're anchored in your root chakra at the bottom of your spine, and then your sacral chakra is right above it, and then your solar plexus is right aligned on top of it. All three chakras, almost like Legos stacked right upon each other, so that you're not slouching back, you're not leaning forward, you're just rooted, stacked up like Legos. As you gently close your eyes, And begin to now breathe slow, deep, and evenly into your heart. As you breathe in and out, give yourself permission to gently sway side to side, feeling the strong connection with your roots and feeling also your sacral chakra and your solar plexus right aligned. Almost like one of those dolls that have sand at the bottom, and so you can hit them, but because of how grounded they are and strong they are at their center, they come right back up. Breathing in and out, slow, deep, and evenly. And now take a moment to use one hand, it doesn't matter which hand, and just rub that belly of yours. Rub the entire solar plexus chakra, offering a softening, dissolving any stuck emotional energy. Allowing the energy now to flow in this energetic center. And then move up a little bit higher and rub the area around the heart. Offering a softening to the muscles around the neck, the head, the shoulders, relaxing. So only the arm is working. And then once again, back down to the belly, and we massage the belly area. And then breathe right there. Breathe right where your hand is. Just breathe into the hand. And now you can allow your hands to rest on the side. As you continue to breathe into your heart and imagine that your breath flows now from the heart now into the belly. See, feel, and imagine that right where your belly is, there is a small replica of the sun. Feel its warmth, see its glowing fire within you. And know that it is safe to feel your power. It is safe to own your power. It is safe to be you. In the name of the Father, the Mother, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In the name of the beloved I Am Presence and Holy Christ Self of everyone who is here today and anyone who's watching this replay, I call forth the radiant power from the heart of God to shine in our hearts and in our solar plexus chakras. I see, feel, and know that right here and right now within me, there is the power of God's love harmonizing this energy center, dissolving any old stock emotional energies, dissolving all blocks, conscious or unconscious, that are keeping me from truly embracing my power, manifesting my destiny, creating deeply rewarding long-term relationships, opening myself to welcoming the abundance of the universe. With each breath, allow the energy of the Holy Spirit of God to fill this sacred center within your belly. You can imagine also that within this center of your belly, there's a furnace or a fireplace, and that the holy breath, the Holy Spirit breath of God, is now awakening the flames. Imagine now that from your heart, rays of unconditional love now radiate down into the belly area. If at any time as we do this, an emotion arises, a memory comes to the surface, offer it all into the sacred fire within your belly and your heart. Deeply embrace it, accept it, allow it. And know that whatever it is that comes up, it's coming up so that it can be released. Beloved presence of God within me and every person here today, dissolve, dissolve, dissolve by the power of thy love. Anything and everything that is blocking us from owning our true power, for claiming our abundance and prosperity, from fully embracing our divine inheritance. Let it be dissolved, 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 dissolved by the power of thy love. Let every area within our human consciousness that feels helpless or as a victim of life or others be dissolved by the power of thy love. That the living Christ within us may rise. And with it, the new awareness that we are the power that creates world in God. That our lives are the life of God. Our power is the power of God. And therefore our will is the will of God. That God's will and our will are one here and now. For God can only will itself through and by means of us. On behalf of everyone present here today, I claim this power and I declare, I am God's fire and in my belly. I am the power that creates my world. I am open to receive the abundance of the universe. I welcome opportunities to fulfill my highest potential. I take full and complete responsibility for my life, for my health, for my well-being, for my life's direction. Lovingly, I use the power of my will to create the life that I want, to create the relationships that I choose, to create my ideal job, to create all the money that I want and need, and to become the person that I know I came here to be. I am open to receive abundance in all shapes and forms. I am God's power working through me, in me, as me. Easily, I say no to what is not right for me. I say no to what no longer serves me. I say no to what goes against my nature. And I say yes to all of that which supports and nurtures me. I say yes to all of that which is an expression of who I really am and who I have chosen to be. I own the power of my emotions. I recognize anger as a form of creative energy that can be channeled. I use my anger, and I don't let my anger use me. Every day, with every choice I make, I am becoming a more powerful version of myself. I am this power. And so it is, and it is so. Imagine now, see and feel that together, all of us, are unifying our hearts and our central suns within our bellies now into one sun, one larger solar plexus, one larger heart. The center of energy at the service of love. Our heart's love now emanating, flowing through this central fire. And see and feel that together we're now radiating this light out to the world. Offering compassion and a softening in the lives of other people out there who are feeling powerless, who are afraid to say no to unhealthy situations. Let this power within you go out there. Let it go out into the collective to remind others that within them there's the power that creates life, that creates world. See, feel radiating light from your belly and your heart. Go out like 1,000 stars out into this world of ours. I am light, glowing light, radiating light, intensified light. God consumes my darkness and transmutes it into light. This day I am a focus of the central sun. Flowing through me is a crystal river, a living fountain of light that can never be qualified by human thought and feeling. I am an outpost of the divine. Flowing through me, it's a mighty river of light which can never be qualified by human thought and feeling. I am light. I live in light. I am light's fullest dimension. I am light's purest intention. I am light, flowing through me as me, blessing everyone that comes my way, lifting up the vibrational frequency of the entire world. As individuals of all walks of life and all nations are taking up the power to choose and decide their destiny. I am the power in Christ's name that creates my life and my world. I use the power of my creative imagination, the power of my word, and I use the power of my feelings, unified with my human will. I take action every day in the direction of my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations. Knowing that within me there is a presence that is guiding my decision, my choices, my actions. and that this presence is alive in every son and daughter of God. For this, I am infinitely grateful, and I let it be. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. Aho. Ashe. Así será. Gently now, we begin to make our way back now from this experience and fully awakening once again to our time here together. Remembering what it feels like in the body to reown this power. The one that within us is the capacity to let go of the past, to let go of whatever happened during this period of our lives when we were between 8 and 10 years old, and to reinvent ourselves, to make different choices, remembering again that we have survived that experience. You are the power that creates your world. That power is being generated moment to moment from your heart. And within your heart, there is the power to create, be, do, have, manifest, whatever you believe it's possible. That's your divine right as a son, as the daughter of God. That's who you really are. I'm just reading here a comment from Irish. Irish says, oh, Gabs, not sure if it was the effect it was supposed to have, but I've got terrible giggles rubbing my tummy. Felt like a little fat Buddha sitting. Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think the giggling, it's a really good sign, because here's the thing. You know, the Buddha laugh all the way from down here, from the center. In fact, the Buddha has learned to turn all that anger, rage, frustration, and fear into a laugh. In fact, in Japan, one of the bodhisattvas of compassion, his name is how's it go? Oh my God, I cannot remember his name. It's Isho. I can't remember. I can't believe I remember his name right now. There's a song that Adrian sings about him. But anyway, one of the Buddhas of compassion, his mantra is kakaka, right? Kakaka. And it's kakaka because in Japanese, that's Japanese for ha ha ha. So literally this Buddha, he just holds his belly and his mantra is ha 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 ha. All right, so think of it as every time you let out this Buddha laugh, this ha ha ha, what you're basically doing is you're activating that fire within you. Good laugh. In fact, it is when a laugh actually comes from there, what suddenly you realize that there's no need to be anger anymore. It's when you have that belly kind of a laugh that you can really be, certain for sure that you're no longer attached to whatever it is that you think or feel is making you angry or uncomfortable. All right. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Well, I'm glad you were laughing. Yeah, because a lot of people, there's a tendency to believe like every time we're doing this kind of work, you have to be crying or you have to be like, oh. It doesn't always have to be like that. We could also have very powerful healing sessions or meditations where all that comes is just a tremendous amount of laughter. In fact, I would even dare to say that laughter is an indication that you have actually transcended the duality of the situation. Because normally what keeps us stuck in a particular situation is that positionality, that duality. But when we're able to have a really good laugh about it, we're basically arrived at a place where we can see how silly the whole situation is and how absurd it was to begin with, and then we can have a really good laugh at ourselves. And so that is one of the best ways to reclaim your power over a situation. When you realize, a little bit like in The Wizard of Oz, when the girl realizes that the power to go back home was always within her. She could have gone home any time. Okay, so many of us are in situations where we also feel powerless without realizing that the power is also within you to change things around, to change circumstances, to choose a different reality, and to make a better choice. All right, my beautiful friends, I look forward to seeing you then next week. We'll continue then with the second part of this work. I will guide you then through another process where this time we'll be connecting with that 8-9-year-old version of ourselves. Listen to what they have to say, and then also offer our hearts forgiveness and compassion to events, people, and situations from that period of our lives. All right. Until the next time, please take care of yourself. And I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Send you lots of love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now.